Hello, my name is Andrea Olguin, and I will be talking a little bit about the behavioral data collection process. Um, we all know the importance of collecting data in education. We use data to inform our instruction, to learn about our students, to see what our students know, and to see how they learn best. Behavioral data collection process is a process in which the goal is trying to see what sets off a certain behavior, how long that behavior might last, how often the behavior happens, and when and why it may happen. It is a way for teachers to try to prevent these behaviors and to try to help the student cope so that they can be successful and safe. So when we start the process, the first thing we would want to do is to observe the behavior. There's no goal set at this point. We're just kind of checking it out, seeing what happens with the behavior, and to see how the student is dealing with it. Second, we would choose a method. There are many different methods that are used for collecting data. I will name a few of them right now. So we have frequency, latency, duration, interval recording, and rating scale data. Now I'll talk about a few of these and you guys can get a better idea of what they look like. So the frequency method is recording how many times a specified behavior occurs within a certain time frame. Next, we have latency, which measures the time it takes for the student to respond to a verbal directive or instruction. And then we have duration. This method documents how long a student engages in a particular behavior. And for example, you can use a stopwatch. Then we have interval, which the observation period is broken up into parts to assess that behavior at different intervals. They might do a full or they might do a partial. And then there's also the rating scale, which tracked and rated on a it's tracked and rated on a continuum. And with this, you'd need a clear definition of the target behavior and the best scale that worked for measuring that behavior. So those are just a few of the ways that we can record this data or collect the data. The next step, third, we would observe and collect the data, which we can then share and help us plan with families. The point in this is so that we can support the student, it's the family and the teacher. So we're coming together, working as a team, and everybody's on the same page. And um, parents are the pros. They know their children best, so it's best to really pull them into this to get their perspective. Um, when we do this, we're able to provide a positive learning environment for our students. And it's just important in so many ways because, we have students for 7 hours out of the day and we learn a lot about them and they're like our own children. And so, just like with our own children, we like to observe them. If they have certain behaviors that we figure they need to work on or they're unsafe, we want to fix these things so that our children are not just running amok. They need to learn how to properly ask for help if they feel that these behaviors are affecting them. I know at the ECE level that's kind of hard for them to even notice, but adults will notice this, and that's why it's important for us to just keep that documentation and to make sure that we're actually using it, looking back, and we have it to share with families, and families can have copies of what we observed. I'm more than willing to share that with my families just so that they have a better understanding of what it's like at school. and then maybe we can just share that information and, kind of go back and forth. But yep, in order for our kids to be successful, we want to make sure that we are supporting them. So it's important to just observe, and make sure you document and collect, take pictures, whatever it takes. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you.